Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to try a new video format. I wanted to post this video earlier, but I had a bad COVID fever and still recovering. But I really wanted to get back to this. So today I want to talk about community engagement and templates for community engagement. Community engagement is the most frustrating thing for community managers when it comes to online communities. That's from a report that was put out by CMX recently. CMX is an organization gathering tons of community managers around the world. So obviously, like engaging community members is hard. Makes sense. People time is scarce. Making people contribute to things that's difficult. And recently we've seen how if you manage to crack this, either because you have like huge traction and huge financial incentives or a great project, that's it's worth uh, uh it's worth really a lot to have an engaged community. We've seen that in the case of Yearn, with the community involved, like consistently involving in governance, in how the project organizes, in promoting the project on social media, and integrating the project with other pieces of the Ethereum ecosystem. We've seen that also, like whether or not the project is successful in the long term. We've seen the huge social success of SushiSwap, and this is all about having a set of community members who are going to be able to um, make the case for the project, and also like understanding deeply and steer it. So for this you need to have this set of community members who are really engaged, um, and who also understand deeply what your project is about. And so while not everyone is Yearn or SushiSwap and goes like top 50 coin market cap in a matter of days, you still want to be able to find ways to involve people in your project. And so today I have two different things that I want to share with you that can help on this front. The first thing is the agents campaign. Agents is a campaign that was run as part of Avigochi. So I'll tell you about it in just a minute. And the second thing is a product, is a tool. It's Rabbit Hole, and Rabbit Hole can be used to set up campaigns that can help you educate and find new users for your project. And I think that's an interesting way to automatize or systematize things that we'll see in the first part. So let's start with Avigochi. Avigochi is like project for collectibles. Basically, what it does is it's based on inspired from the Avi universe, and you can collect small ghosts, and they have random traits. They have a rarity level, and with the rarity, value increases obviously. Collectible thing, kind of CryptoKitty, but 2020 style. And in addition to this, with the ghost, you have in order to summon the collectible, you have to stake stake a collateral in lending protocols on Aave, and so the collectible generates cash over time, which gives it a floor value, which makes it kind of like a special collectible, right? And so what matters to us here is less the collectibles, but more like the campaign in itself. Basically, 8 weeks ago, the Avigochi team released the campaign called Avigochi Agents. Agents are special community members. They are the ones who engage over time more than others. And each week, the Aveguchi team, since like more than 8 weeks now, has shared a mission, a set of tasks to be completed by Aveguchi agents, and each week like those completing this task would earn a level on Discord. And at the end, I think starting, I think 6 weeks in, people will start receiving rewards like tokens for governance, buying things in game, and also like trading, and also like wearables and swag and all these things that can also, you can also add to your Avigochi to make it better and all these things. And so I think that was a really cool campaign, because it was run previous to the launch of the token. And so basically what the campaign was run in anticipation for, this token distribution. And every week, Coder Dan, tech lead of the Avigochi project, posted these missions, and agents would report once they had done them in these different channels. And missions could range from, just reading the white paper to voting on a governance proposal on Snapshot, on the Avigochi Snapshot, to creating memes for the Avigochi Reddit. And so you had a whole bunch of different things, and at the end, obviously, like people get used to the project, how it works, its different pieces, governance, the technical aspects, the white paper, how it works, but also the culture, and they participate in shaping the culture. And in exchange for that, they receive rewards, they receive skin in the game, they receive alignment with the project. And so that's really a virtuous circle, right? Because people come back week after week, they put in the work, and it's well known that once people have started putting in the work, they're really more likely to come back. And I think, like, so far, I've been chatting a bit with Coderdan, and so far, like, the project has been, the campaign has been super successful. Here are some figures that were shown with me. Um, Total number of people who started with the at the first week, and 8 weeks in, you had like more than 20%. It was a couple days ago, so this number might have increased again. But you had like more than 20% people who have gone from first to last mission. It means like people coming back every week, getting things done, and reporting about it in the mission control channels. And so I think it just, like, the numbers just tell about how successful it's been. That's just like simply super huge, I think, for a debuting project to have this basis of like almost 200 people who know deeply about what you're building and who are already aligned through contributing, and also through having received all these rewards and tokens and everything. So I think this mission was beautiful. That's the initial reason why I wanted to make this video. And asking to Coder Dan why they had done it. Obviously, like, education was one big thing. Like, to the Yavaguchi team's success with the campaign was to have more and more people knowledgeable about the workings of the Avigochi project. That was one big goal that they had. And the second one obviously was like, for marketing purposes, to have people shield and share Avigochi to their friends and social media networks. And so far, I guess, the campaign has been super successful. And it's not hard to reproduce. You have to set up these channels and use Discord levels. And the tricky part might be to, and we've been discussing that a little bit with Coderdan, to make sure you don't have cheaters and Sibyl attacks. That can be painful. And also, like, to map all these rewards and the levels to on chain once the project has launched on mainnet, which I think is not the case yet. So this requires some manual work, but I think it's a very, very powerful way to launch and bootstrap your community with a strong alignment. So I might very well use it for in different with different tweaks in the communities I participating at the moment. Um, and yeah, so speaking about doing it manually, one thing that one thing Rabbit Hole might be able to help with is this manual aspect, or should I say, uh, automation. Um, because Rabbit Hole, what it allows you to do is create a campaign where users have to get done a set of actions. Their first campaign was just created like something like a week ago, and it's already completed. It was with Avi, and what's funny is that Avi is the project that granted money to Avigochi to create the Avigochi project to the Avigochi team. And basically what you had to do for the Avi campaign was to go on Rabbit Hole and go on the Avi website and lend some money and borrow some money through the Avi protocols, and doing so, Rabbit Hole would check your ETH address and would give you both a reward in Avi USDC and some XP. And so this XP, I guess, is native to the Rabbit Hole platform. And so what you can do with the XP is that over time, Rabbit Hole is going to create this pool of experienced crypto users who have been going through many different campaigns, and that crypto projects can probably tap into in order to test out their new products and features and the likes. And yeah, when I chatted with Brian and asked him a couple questions on about, like, the intent behind Rabbit Hole, um, he told me that um, it was initially the kind of same kind of motivation that Coder Dan said about education and bringing people to use the product. Basically, Brian was working on Dapper Labs, and he realized that it was hard to build these products because most of the time you don't really know who were going to use them, and basically he wanted to gamify the experience to kind of incentivize people to try out new products, and that's how Rabbit Hole was born. And now the goal for Rabbit Hole is to become a discovery engine for new communities, and at the same time enable existing communities to run campaigns and find their first token holders or find new ones. And yeah, as I just said, you know over time, Rabbit Hole is going to build its own XP system, which is going to uh, allow it to create a pool of highly sophisticated crypto users, um, which some crypto managers might want to use for their releases and the likes. Yeah, I think this education thing is something that came up multiple times during the time I made some research for this video. Um, there's also the thing with Andre Cronje and the way he designed Yearn. Um, he said in an interview that the way he designed Yearn over time, the different pools that it would create on the Yearn protocol. First, you didn't really need to know anything about DeFi to use the pools, but at some point, he made it so you had to understand DeFi in depth, like how liquidity providing works, how a number of other DeFi protocol worked, in order to be able to use Yearn. And by doing so, he made sure that people using Yearn would understand the product and would understand DeFi and would be able to participate in governance and to participate in the product and the growth of the network. So yeah, education is a big piece of getting these community members up to speed and engaged. I know once people like have put the effort, once they understand your product, once they understand why it's valuable, and they have tested it once, they really tend to come back, and some will become like might become leaders in your project. So I think that's a very important piece, that is being built here. So yeah, to sum up, first thing we've seen was the agents campaign, something that you can run on Discord. Still a bit clunky, but very interesting. You can check it out on the Avigochi Discord. I think that, congrats to the Avigochi team for having run that. I think it's really interesting. And second thing is Rabbit Hole. So I think you have other campaigns planned for Rabbit Hole in the near future, but I expect that over time, the platform is going to be open and free to, I mean, open and to be used by anyone. And I think when you're a community manager or a community builder or project lead, these are interesting tools to have in your toolkit to engage your community. So thanks for sticking with me. Let me know if the format of this video was fine. I will definitely refine it over time. I think it's very draft for now, but still wanted to share this. So yeah, see you later, guys.